Good afternoon, Timmy Talkers. Now, it's very, very difficult to be a man these days because you're not really allowed to be one. You're not allowed to show or express any traditional masculine side to yourself. It's always about encouraging your emotions, becoming more feminine. That's absolutely fine. No problem with that at all. But it's become that to the detriment of everything else. Blokes like blokey things. They like going out in a group of other blokes, having a drink, watching sports things. You only got to look at football matches to see the very definition of a group of, on the whole, men in a crowd enjoying a shared experience. But nowadays it's all about you can't do that, you're a threat to women, you're misogynistic, you're sexist, you need to cry more, you need to get in touch with your feminine side. Of course you can wear lipstick, of course you can wear eyeshadow, and what the fuck is Harry Styles dressing like? It's like some big Pierrot flowered sash wearing clown, honestly. Where are all the traditional role models? The footballers from the 70s and 80s who'd have a bad tackle, get up, hit the other one, go for a pint afterwards and a smoke. That's what blokes do. But blokes aren't allowed to be that anymore. They don't know how to do it, which is why I suggest that they've got so many boys and young men getting into trouble more often. It's taken hundreds of thousands of years for us to get to this point. In the last few years, it's been, we need to change all that. We need to stop all that. We need to get rid of that threatening mentality, that aggressive mentality. Men are just naturally more aggressive. They have testosterone for a start. That's what causes that. So we could do with a few role models, not terrible role models. Not all 70s rock stars were good role models. I think we can agree that, can't we? But we need a few more Chuck Norrises. He passed away today in his late 80s. Just a sad day. I think he was a role model for a lot of people. A lot of people, men and young boys, grow up without their dads for whatever reason, or any positive spin on being a bloke on the television. Every single bloke on the television is a rapist or a murderer or a wife beater in some other way antagonistic. So it's very, very difficult to try and be a man because you get shut down at every turn. For young people, not my age, but younger people, I think it's very, very hard to identify as being a bloke. Some people can't even identify or define what a woman is, so that's where we live now. And yes, they say it's for mental health. Men need to speak to each other a bit more. Of course they do. And men need to just bond a bit more because everything has gone. The group going to work thing has gone. The going down to the social club on the Friday and Saturday night has gone. We need to get something back in a similar vein for people to be able to just bond with each other. Not necessarily opening up everything, because sometimes that's not the best thing for people. But if you bond with people, that is your way of sharing your issues. So, what can you say? It really is. We live in strange times. And they keep saying it's for men's mental health, protect them, this, that and the other. But the further along this line we go, male suicide has gone up by 50% in the last 45 years. So I'm going to suggest this track we're on now perhaps isn't the best thing to be on. Men need to have something to do. They need to be able to be manly in a certain way. Many job roles would be demasculated. Heavy industry's gone. Not that women can't do it, of course, before anyone shouts, but there's a tradition, a natural order of society, a natural order of biology, which has been stripped away in the last few years. If you're a bloke and you want to cry all the time and talk to your mates and chat about things, good, do that, because that's good for you. If you want to wear some sort of caftan thing with makeup and kitten heels and a clutch bag, that's fine, do that. But don't think that that's what all men should do to be a fully fledged man. So there you go. Like, share and subscribe. Have a little beer tonight. If you don't drink, have a toast of tea. Raise a tea to Chuck Norris. And at the end of Dodgeball. Thank you, Chuck Norris.